It's your girl, Chef Liloquay. Today, I'm about to make some turnip and mustard greens with smoked turkey. So what I already did was I made my water. I have vinegar and baking soda, just a pinch of baking soda. I'm gonna let these soak and then I'm gonna clean them really, really good. They say they're clean, but I don't trust this, and no, I'm not doing it the long way because I'm trying to make this process quick. Okay, so I'm gonna show you briefly how I make my mustard and turnip greens, or any greens for that matter. I'm not gonna get like into the whole video because that's gonna take a long time, and I'm just not gonna do it today. But what I do have over here, I have some Walker's Wood green seasoning. I have some roasted garlic. I have some fresh herbs from my garden. This is fresh thyme and fresh rosemary. And then I also have a smoked turkey leg. And then I'm making my chicken broth right now. This is Orrington chicken broth base. And what I typically do is use 1 teaspoon for every cup of water. So I'm only making 3 cups. If I need more, I'll add it. So I know that this is 3 cups because I measured it. Okay, so that's 3 cups of hot water. And I'm just gonna put 3 teaspoons of the Orrington. And I season my greens in layers. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna just use this spoon to kind of like let it dissolve. This is gonna be the pot liquor for my greens. I don't like to use water because I like flavor. And trust me, they're not salty at all. Now that I have my broth, I'm going to take one of these and mix it in my chicken broth so that it can dissolve. And I will add more if I need it, but right now, this is what I'm looking for. So we're gonna just sit this over here to the side and let it dissolve. So I already pre-diced some garlic, cloves, and some white onion. I didn't want to chop the garlic. I just crushed them because I just want the flavor, okay? I build my greens in layers. Let me go ahead and get some olive oil here. I already had this pot on just to get hot, so it's not going to take that long. And that's all I need. I'm just going to saute these veggies and open up the flavor of the herbs. So give it a minute. Let me get a brush so I can brush that around. Okay. So I just want to brush this around. Y'all know how Dutch ovens are. You cook with them for a while, they get that little stain on the bottom, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I ain't gonna even try. Let it go. Okay, let me test one. Good, that's the sizzle I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and saute these two together. And I'm gonna go ahead and put these herbs in so I can get that flavor. Okay. And it smells so nice and fragrant in here. We just want to release the flavors. That's it. And I'm not taking the herbs off the stem because all of the leaves are going to fall off, and all you got to do is just take the stem out when the greens are done. Don't overthink it. Okay. So that's perfect. We just want to release the flavors and let the onions get translucent in color. Now, I'm going to put in a little roasted garlic, boom. About that much. Ooh. And once again, we're just going to release these flavors. Now that that's translucent in color and all of the flavors are released, I'm gonna go ahead and put in this smoked turkey leg. And I'm just gonna let it sit for a second so that the skin can start releasing some of the juices before I put in the broth. Okay, so now that I've already got a little caramelization on this, I'm gonna go ahead and just start pouring my broth in. Let me grab it. and I'm just gonna let this simmer. And if I need to add more water, I will, because you also have to understand that when you wash the greens, they have water in it too. I don't want too much broth in here, but if I need to add more, I will. But right now, I'm fine. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna crank the heat up just a little bit more, and I'm gonna put this lid on, just so the turkey can start releasing. I just started building layers of flavor. So I used the green seasoning, a little salt, not a lot of salt, because the chicken broth is salty, and this also has salt. And then I also added pepper, a little bit of red pepper flakes, all-purpose seasoning that do not have salt in it. And like I said, I'm just building flavors. So these are the greens. These are already washed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start rinsing these off. I already rinsed them like 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna start letting some of this water drain out, and then I'm gonna put this first batch into the broth mixture. This is the first batch of greens. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting these, and matter of fact, I could sit here because they're strained. Now, I've already washed these several times. I'm just gonna rinse it for the last time. So one of the things that I want to mention, I always use a tub like this to wash my greens because it has a stopper and all of the loose greens falls into the stopper. Same deal over here. Stopper, okay? And if you look, there's really no greens. See? Other than what's here, there's no mess. You have to be really careful because you can clog your sink up with these greens, and you just slowly pull this out. Boom, and that's it. Same deal over here. If you do have any little floaties, just push them in the strainer, and that's it. Your sink is clean, but I'm still gonna spray it out though with a little Clorox bleach. All I gotta do is just take this and toss it in the trash. Okay guys, so they've cooked down some. As you can see, the broth definitely did increase. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put the rest of my greens in. And I occasionally flip the turkey over like this. So I just kind of rotate in between. You see how it's starting to give it the flavor that it needs? So quick check-in on my greens. They're simmering very well. So what I'm gonna do is just take this and flip it over. Remember, I told you guys how I rotate the turkey every maybe 15-20 minutes or something like that. The turkey is getting super tender. I like to cook it until it fall off the bone. Hey y'all, welcome back. So I am about to make my macaroni and cheese real quick. This is it. These two little small pans. That's all I'm making. I'm not making a big old pan of macaroni and cheese. So a lot of people may be against them, but I like Velveeta for the creaminess. And this is about maybe 3.5, 4 ounces of I have Colby Jack, medium cheddar, and mild cheddar. I didn't cut that much because, like I said, the pans are not that big, so you don't need all that cheese. And then I'm also going to use my favorite, which is Boar's Head Chipotle Gouda smoked. This is so good, and I'm probably just going to use half of this, and that's it. I don't want to overpower it because, like I said, I'm not making a lot of pasta. And then also I have my water boiling. I have not seasoned it as of yet. I am going to season it, but I haven't seasoned it yet. Okay. So, and then I'm going to flip this meat over on these greens. My daughter loves to call me when I'm doing something. She got to wait till I flip this meat over, child. As you can see, it's starting to get very tender. These greens are pretty much almost done. These are mustard and turnip. These are not collards. I wanted something different. I'm going to go ahead and turn this down a little bit more because I don't want my greens overcooked. I just want to let this smoked turkey fall off the bone. I'm going to get the cheese shredded. And then I'm going to start making my sauce. I have my oven set to 375. This smoked turkey is the meat that I'm eating. I'm not eating any more meat because, like I told you guys, Saturday, your girl going to be going back to her healthy Dr. Sebi alkaline. I like it because I feel lighter. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and make my honey butter cornbread. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put my skillet in my oven that I set for 375 degrees to get my skillet hot. So guys, what I did was I added all of my dry ingredients in this bowl. And yup, this is how I like to eat my greens. And I eat them with my fingers. So mind your business and stay out of mine, okay?